Hello, 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 hello. Today I wanted to do my makeup, and we're not going to do anything fancy or anything. I'm just going to put some makeup on my face and we're going to try it and make it satisfying, because I think that's what should be the point of these kinds of videos. I think they're just really satisfying. I've tried a couple times to do sort of like, whoa, sorry, that's my, doesn't that make a cool sound? This is my exfoliating treatment. I don't know if it does anything or if it just hurts my skin, I don't really know. But it's a salicylic acid solution. Helps clarify skin. Cleanse your face and apply a small amount either directly to troubled areas or once or twice a day. I guess that's what I'm doing. I get a little bit nervous on camera, which causes me to not talk very much. So I'm hoping to get a little bit more used to it, to be honest. I really want to do role plays. I really want to do like mean girl role plays, and one of the role plays that I want to do is either theater kid does your makeup, like mean theater kid does your makeup, or mean theater kid like doing your makeup with the mean theater kid. So I would do my makeup as if I was the mean theater kid and you're like an understudy and I'm making fun of you because I'm a mean theater kid. So, but I tried to film it and then I got nervous. So maybe one day. I think theater kids are really funny, especially the mean ones. I was a huge theater kid. You can probably tell. A lot of people can usually tell. I was a huge theater kid back in high school. I was the Wicked Witch of the West in grade 11 and Sharpay in grade 12. But I graduated in COVID, so I was never actually able to be Sharpay. I was very upset about it. When I was in grade 10 in Canada, the grades in high school started grade 10. So it was my first year in high school. And the grade 12 girls were not so nice to me. Then, when I got to grade 11, the grade 12 girls were still not that nice to me. And then, when I got to grade 12, the grade 12 girls were still not very nice to me. So, I think there's just something about theater that makes people act a bit dramatic. There was a lot of crying and a lot of back talk. A lot of my friends were very upset that I got the roles that they wanted. I think usually the stereotype is that the mean theater kid is actually good at theater, but in my experience, They're not. They're not. And that just might be high school. Oh, that just might be the high school that I went to. But I feel like it's probably not an isolated experience. I think a lot of people get upset when they're jealous of others. And here I am, very softly speaking about all the mean girls from high school. Other than that, I didn't really encounter very many other mean girls in high school, to be honest. I wasn't a part of many other groups because I think in my high school, it was either the Mormons or kids who were like wannabe stoners, to be honest, which was just, very polar opposite sides of the spectrum. Needless to say, I was not either of them, but there were a lot of Mormons in theater, unfortunately. Sorry if you're Mormon. So a lot of them turned out to be my friends, and I learned very, very much, let's say, about how that kind of works. Now, maybe I should stop talking about Mormons. Oh, the other group at my high school, they were all very sporty kids, and these kids were bullies, that's for sure. I don't know if it's the same where you grow up, if it's the same, but a lot of the sporty kids are mean. I don't know why. I think because when you're not sporty, you're really awkward sometimes. Me, definitely. I'm very tall and skinny. So I'm 5'9", and I'm really lanky. So I'm very uncoordinated. I also have ADHD. So I am automatically a bit of a weird person. That's why I'm here making ASMR. Like I'm that person, And even though there might not have been something technically wrong with me, a lot of people notice when there's something different. And then they know how to target you. I don't know where they get these techniques from, but they like throw things at you or they call you names. It's like, why? Like, what did I do to you? Like, am I just like that awkward when I speak? I don't know. It's okay. I don't think anything is that deep. I don't think anything is that funny, when you are talking to a bully from like when you're in elementary or high school and you're just talking to someone normally and then they start laughing. This is what I wanted to do if I made a mean girl ASMR video. And here's the thing about mean girl ASMR. I love mean girl ASMR. But it's very like media mean girl. Like, this is the mean girl that you saw on TV when you were growing up. And I kind of want to do one where it's like a real mean girl, like a girl who's fake nice. And I've tried to film this a couple times, but I don't think I have the charisma, to be honest. I don't think I can fake nice it. I think I personally have a lot of natural attitude, or at least people have told me that I have a lot of natural attitude. I've been called sassy a lot. I've been called aggressive in my life. So I figured I could instead channel that into a mean girl ASMR. But I think when I have attitude, it's a little bit cutthroat, to be honest. I'm not sure if it's relaxing. But like, I think it would be fun. So one day I came home in a really bad mood and I filmed a girl with a serious attitude problem does your makeup. And the thing is, when I film role plays, I get very conscious of the things that I'm saying, if they fit into the role that I'm playing, or if they're too mean or something like that. And I was upset because I had really good hand sounds. I was doing that and it sounded really nice, but also it was not very relaxing because I think I didn't put enough care into the things I was doing. So I ended up deleting that video. So I want to refilm it one day. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I know something's starting right now. Watch and you'll see. Someday I'll be. It's very rambly. I also sing. I'm a singer. In case me being Sharpay and me talking about it and me singing just now did not tip you off, I do love to sing. So I really love doing singing videos. But I don't really post them because I get nervous. So as you can see, I'm still getting used to my channel. It's still new channel. I want to do a little bit more. I definitely have a comfort zone. And my comfort zone is mouth sounds. But I don't want to do them all the time because not everyone wants them all the time. I would want them all the time. Personally, I don't actually watch anything other than mouth sound videos. This is definitely a very rambly video. Should I use this blush? Oh, no, I know what blush I'm going to use. I'm going to use Storm from Glossier. I will say, I used to have 2 of the Glossier lip glosses. I had the clear one and the red one. And then I went to work. And I work with kids. So one of the kids said that they saw my lip gloss was looping together. And I was like, oh my god, mortified. So I hate the Glossier lip gloss. I'm so sorry. It's just bad. It is so sticky. I put on 1 layer and that's a lot of blush. I'll see how much. I want to try and use all of it. Let's use this one. Can you hear that? Can you hear it? Hey, you know what kind of bothers me? Well, what always bothered me was this high blush cheekbone trend. I've always thought that it just makes you look like you've been punched in the face. To each your own, of course. I don't care what you do, but I won't put that on myself. And I do think it makes people look punched in the face, but now it's becoming the trend again to put it down here. And they're calling it boyfriend blush. But, first of all, I don't like that name. And, sorry, I'm clutching my pearls right now. And also, look how much that blended out. There you go. Also, that's where blush was, like, always placed historically, you know what I mean? And it's this, like, TikTokification. I love TikTok, but there's this TikTokification of makeup that is just, I feel like the makeup industry is desperately trying to keep afloat. I used to be so heavily into makeup when I was 18, 19, 20 during the pandemic. I got satisfaction out of nothing else. I have thousands of dollars worth of makeup, and I posted a lot of makeup TikToks on TikTok, and I loved it. I loved it so much. I love makeup. But then suddenly, maybe around 2023, I just stopped thinking about it all the time, and I stopped wanting to do it all day, every day. And I also stopped over-consuming it. So I think a lot of other people feel the same. I think we're feeling a bit burnt out by the makeup industry because they're releasing the same product over and over again. But I think a lot of people, especially in this economy, are really valuing the idea of buying something once and then using it and then replacing it when you need it. And I think it's becoming way more popular to do that because not everything is so exciting anymore. I think back in the early 2020s, everything was exciting. 2016 to 2019, everything was exciting. And we've gone through both sides of the spectrum. We've gone through super heavy matte to super light and radiant. And so we've done everything. So I think a lot of makeup industries are struggling to find what's going to catch people next. And maybe I'm so wrong and out of touch, but like maybe the makeup industry is still very much alive, but to me, everything has been done before and already that, like, people aren't just as excited anymore. People aren't spending their money on this stuff anymore. I think, I love makeup as a lover of makeup. As a lover of makeup, I recognize how much toxicity is in the makeup industry, okay? And people don't talk about this enough, in my opinion, but there's so many marketing tactics. And so when I was growing up, makeup was marketed to you because you were ugly and that's what you needed. And all these commercials saying you need to look like a woman and all this stuff that just makes you feel inferior, like you need it, like you are not feminine if you don't wear it, that it's not professional if you don't wear it, all that kind of stuff. And that's how makeup was marketed to women back then. I think the makeup industry has realized that this tactic doesn't sell with people my age or millennials. Instead, people are loving themselves, or at least trying to. And so now what the makeup industry is doing is they're selling you this idea of acceptance. And I think a lot of it, I mean, it's certainly like a better impact socially than it used to be. Now you're not going to sell anything if you're not cruelty free. Like I couldn't count the amount of influencers who purposefully don't use any MAC products or don't use any like Clinique, I think. But I think a lot of brands kind of do what Disney does with this idea of inclusivity, where they are advertising the inclusiveness and advertising these tactics that are going to appeal to young, like liberal women. So I think a lot of it is fake, because at the end of the day, they're still wanting to sell you a product, and you're still putting it on for the same reasons. Now, that's not necessarily true, because makeup is a lot like face paint or art. I use makeup as self-expression. It depends how I'm feeling in the day. Sometimes I do really heavy eyes, or sometimes I do really light eyes. It depends how I'm feeling inside. I'm very, very emo. I'm very emo. So I frequently have, like, if I'm going to work especially, I'll wear a lot of dark eyeliner. Because it's expressing the way that I'm feeling, and I can present the way that I want to. If you are against makeup, you might not be thinking about people who are like traditional goth, or I don't know, anything else. Like, you can wear makeup for whatever reason you want. I think that the makeup industry is predatory, but I still love makeup, you know what I mean? So it's kind of hard for me to stay true to my morals and love makeup at the same time. Do you know what I mean? Now me putting on even more highlighter, like, look how fucking crazy I am. I could powder, but I like looking crazy. Did I put on this eyebrow? I did, okay. I've never filmed a soft-spoken video before. Never. And I always like soft-spoken way more than whispering, just because when you're whispering, I can't understand you. And if you're softly speaking, then I can. So my favorite videos to fall asleep to at night are shower thoughts. My number one favorite to fall asleep to are shower thoughts. Nobody does them. I love them because they're like a sentence or two long, so I can listen to them and then tune in and out. And then if people are softly speaking, then I can understand what they're saying. So if they whisper, I'm not going to know what they said, and then I'm going to be like, oh, I can't hear it. I also love facts, like random facts, useless facts, or personality quizzes are fun. Little thought exercises. I love that. There's, if you watch ASM Armpits, she once did some simple math questions, and every single time she went to the next question, she said, "What is the answer to that?" And I don't know why, that gave me so many tingles. What is the answer to that? So I think I might explore with some stuff like that, some math questions, more speaky videos, because I need to get used to it. You guys are very scary, although you're very nice to me. Thank you. Wondering what I should put on my face next. Maybe I should powder. I don't want to. I don't want to. Where's my eyeliner? Okay, well, here's my mascara. Grab my mascara. And I'll just grab. That's white eyeliner. A lot of my eyeliners don't work. Have you had that experience with eyeliner? Because I find one, or actually no, I used to get BoxyCharm, so I used to get an eyeliner all the time, even when I didn't really want them. And they'd show up, they'd work once, and then they wouldn't work ever again. This one has one big side and then one small side. Let's see if I can do this without wrecking it. So let me grab a mirror. I use my Fenty highlight. Most of the makeup I have, I did not get at full price. I probably got it from BoxyCharm or Winners or Amazon or something like that. See, it doesn't work. Now let's see the other side. Okay, that works. Sorry, this is gonna be like the boring part, because I can't talk and do eyeliner at the same time. Holy Lord. Okay, so you might be able to tell, but the more that I'm putting on, the more it's kind of losing its pigmentation. Actually, you know what? I think it's because it never goes to the end. It, like, I get pigmentation from the sides, but never like the very tip. Is that good enough? I could do thicker than that. Or would that be too much? No such thing. No such thing. That looks pretty good. Okay. One time I went to camp and met a guy there, and we were all talking with our friends. We were talking about first impressions, and he said, I didn't like that she had triangles on her eyes when I first met her. He was talking about my eyeliner. Oops. Oopsie. Oopsie doopsie. Whatever. I hate doing eyeliner. It's my least favorite thing to do when I'm doing my makeup. I usually only do eyeliner with pencil, and then I wing it out that way. See, does that look even? Is it even enough? Oh my god, okay. See, I'm sick of doing this. I'm sick of this. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. I'm done. I'm done with that. Okay, now I've gotta do my mascara. I should probably keep my mirror. Keep my mirror. Okay, mascara. Now, I hate doing my mascara, but mascara is my second favorite makeup product right now. My first is lip gloss and will always be lip gloss. I have so much lip gloss. I could feel the sea. Feel the sea. Not actually. Just in case you thought I was being serious, I could not actually feel the sea. I could feel my bathtub. I could genuinely fill my bathtub. Oops. I'm not messing with you when I say that. Okay, no. Whatever. Now, do not make fun of me for the way that I'm looking when I'm doing this. You know what I was just thinking about? I think I want to do story times. I don't know if I have any stories that would be good and long enough, but like I'm sure I could find some. And then I'll do them ASMR while I do my makeup. See, isn't mascara just the greatest thing ever? Let me do it on the bottom. I never do it like this. See, I don't usually watch makeup videos like of ASMR because of gaps like this. Like, it's so awkward. I like, oh, is that awesome? This is why I get compliments on my eyes. It's not my eyes, it's the mascara. It just makes it look good. Ooh, slay, slay. Here's the thing is that I don't think I have a lot of story times, but I have a lot of things to rant about, you know? Especially with the state of the world that we're in right now. I think, oh my god, I got mascara in the same place. I think rant ASMR might be fun, to be honest. I don't know. I've never tried it, never watched it, never seen it before. But I'm sure it exists. I think ASMR is kind of like, if it exists, there's ASMR of it, you know what I mean? So I think there's gotta be anything out there. So, this weekend I'm going camping. And by the time you watch this, I'll be back from camping. Oh, I poked myself in the eye. So, back then, I will have known that I was very excited. Back then, by then, I will be more relaxed, I think. I don't know what I was going to say with that sentence. I got a little bit confused. You know, sometimes when I'm talking, I forget what I've been saying and then continue what I say. That's why I get nervous during role plays. I can't keep my head organized long enough to keep everything, to keep the continuity, you know? I say something and then have to commit to what I've said. But the thing is, a lot of the time when I say things, it's not intentional. So I can sure ramble, but I don't know if it'll make a lot of sense. So maybe that means this will be good to fall asleep to. And I got so much mascara on my bottom lid. Yeah, I'm leaving for camping tomorrow. So I'm gonna say this out loud because I've got to remember. But tomorrow morning, I need to grab a bucket for washing dishes. I need to fill my cooler with ice and then some vegetables. And there was one more thing I had to do. And when I think of it, I'll say it out loud so that I remember. So we're going to the woods. I'm going with this boy, that boy there. And we're gonna go to the lake. We're gonna go on a hike. We're going to kill our legs on the hike because it will be very hard for us as we don't do a lot of things. And then we'll go paddleboarding on the lake, and I think it's gonna be sick. Now let's see, was there anything else I need to do with my makeup? I might as well put on another lip gloss. I'm taking it random. I got this one, which is my Fenty oil. I don't really like this formula. I hate this spatula applicator. I hate it. I hate it. I think it picks up way too much product and it just makes a mess. I think the other one's perfect. I also don't like this scent. Do you see what I mean? Like it puts on so much product. Then I have this whole other side. I don't even know which side I'm supposed to use. So, yeah, the scent is very like birthday cake, your grandma's lip gloss kind of thing. Which sucks because the original formula smells so good. So, okay, that's my makeup, I guess. I guess I'll like, take my hair down. That's what people do. It's not like my hair is like in place or anything. I'm literally wearing pajamas. Like I don't dress for videos. But yeah. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe I talk too much. I don't know. I talk a lot. So this is kind of like what you can expect if I'm talking a lot. I will just say things without thinking about them. Yeah. Okay. I will see you next video. I did not film an intro, so I am symphonic sounds ASMR. Symphonic sounds ASMR. Would be cool if I could come up with an actual intro for that. But I think the best intros come naturally, so I'm not gonna force that. Hope you enjoyed listening to me and tuning me out a little